Hey guys, welcome back once again. In this video I am going to show you how to generate dynamic form using JSON in React with Material UI. Alright, as you can see here I have a simple form and this form have two partitions. First is the personal information and second is the address. Okay, and this form has been designed by using the JSON data. And managing a form is gonna to be super easy if we are using JSON data. Alright, so let's jump to the VS Code and design this dynamic form. Okay guys, so let's go to the SRC and open here app.js. Okay, so this is the form we have designed in last video. If you have not seen that video, I will recommend you to watch that video first and continue here. Okay, so here we have imported this component from the Material UI core, and here we have this text field called first name, last name, email, phone number and the message, and at last we have submit button. So let me show you how it is looking. So this is how our form is looking right now, and we have designed this form aesthetically. Okay, so now here we have to create dynamic form. So what we will do is we will create a JSON file and we will store all the information like a placeholder, this label, variant, full width and required. Okay, suppose I don't want first name to be the required, so I have to come here and change this required, means I need to remove this and save it. So I will get here, so this field is not mandatory. Okay, but in that case if we are managing with the JSON, we have to modify JSON. Okay, and that changes is gonna to apply automatically to form. Okay guys, so for that what we have to do is, first of all we need to create a JSON. So let's go to the SRC and here create a file and let's call it as form element.js. Okay, so now here we have to create a object and we need to export that. So here export const and I will call it as input form element. Okay, and this is gonna to be a array, and here this particular object is gonna to denote a text box. Okay, so from here let's cut this placeholder and all those. Okay, we don't need here anymore, and paste it here. Okay, so now let's add some property. So let's call it as name, and here name, first name. Okay, and the placeholder here the colon, and this is gonna to be placeholder, and here the label, and this is the variant. Okay, so comma, and here we have to create a object in key value pair. So this is gonna to be key and the value is gonna to be here true, and for required here I will pass true as well. So required true. Okay, so now let's break the line here. So we have this property. Okay, and you might have noticed we have additional property as well. The size, means what is the size we want. Okay, so here as you can see both text box have adjusted themselves in a single line because this is taking half of space. So if I decrease the size of the browser, it is gonna to take full width. Okay, and this is we are managing by writing here extra small 12 and here small equal to 6. Okay, so for this as well we will define here call extra small equal to here colon 12 and small colon 6. Okay, so now save it. So now we don't need this static one, so let's remove the remaining field here and let it be here the only one. Okay, and now let's import the JSON into this component. So here import, and let's copy the name from here. Okay, and it is gonna to come from the form elements. Okay, so now we have all the data here. So what I will do is here inside this container I will try to look through that. So here object, and now I can write here the logic. So input form elements dot map, okay, and here this is gonna to give me a particular object, so I will call it as a input, and inside this here I will render this grid completely. Okay, so render here grid. So now on the basis of input form elements length, it is gonna to map through this. Okay, and as of now we have only one object here, as you can see, so it is gonna to print only once. So now save it. Okay, and let's come back here. So here as you can see we have one element, but we are not getting anything here. So now here we are getting our information in this input, and we need to expand this. So on hover over, it's saying name, placeholder, label, variant, full width, required, extra small, small. We are getting everything. Okay, so here what I will do is I will here pass property input dot extra small, because already we have defined in our JSON. So here input dot extra small, and here input dot small. Okay, so now whatever the remaining property we are getting, we need to pass to this text field. So here I will write curly bracket and input, and whatever the property I will get here, I will spread it here. Okay, so now save it, and let's come back again here. So now we have this property. Okay, suppose I want here this one to be a smaller one. So for that here we can add an extra property to our JSON, and that is called size. And let's define this property as a small. So now save it, and let's come back here. So now as you can see our text box size has been a smaller one. Okay, suppose we don't want this field to be a required. So what we have to do is we have to set this required to false. Okay, so now here we will get this as a not required. Suppose you want to cover whole width by this input. So for that here you have to save this property small equal to 12. So now save it, and let's come back. So here as you can see now we have whole width. Okay, so this is how we can manage very easily. So now let it be there, the previous one, but here this is how you can modify. So next field I want to add here is, so that is called last name. So I will copy this and I will paste it here, and here the first name, so last name, enter last name, last. Okay, and now save it and come back here, and here as you can see we have two text box. And you might have noticed we don't need to go to our form design anymore. That means we are managing completely from here. So now let's add other field too. So this is for the email, this is for the phone. Okay, so here email, and here we are gonna to introduce a new property that is gonna to be type. Okay, and here this type value is gonna to be email only. Okay, and let's add here type, and we want here type to be number, because this phone number is gonna to be always a number. So here label phone. Okay, and outline, and these properties are fine. So now save it, and let's come back here. So now as you can see we have 4 text box. Okay, and here this is gonna to allow me only the email. Okay, if I wrote something, so let me fill this form here, and if I hit enter, it's saying that it's not a proper email, and this is happening because here we wrote type equal to email. Okay, and here this phone number is gonna to be a number only. If I try here writing any character, it is not gonna to accept. So now let's add some other property as well for the address, and those are city, state, country and pin code. Okay, so we need to do the modification here, so let me do. So now save it and let's come back here. So here as you can see we have a street, city, state, country and pin code. Okay, so now here I want this pin code to take whole width. So for that here what I will do, I will add here 12. Okay, small equal to 12. So now it is gonna to take whole width. So now our task is we have to separate this form into two sections, and first section is the personal information and second is the address information. So for that let's come back to the app here. Okay, and here we have to add another one, typography. So typography, and here I will call it as personal info. Okay, and let's provide here variant. So variant equal to body 2. Now save it and let's come back. So here as you can see we have this personal info and we want it to be in left side. So let's come back and add another one property, align left. Okay, and here we want to give little bit space at the bottom. So here gutter bottom. Now save it and let's come back. So here as you can see we have this text. Okay, and we want our next text to be here. So let's copy this and paste it here. Okay, and let's call it as here address. Now save it. Okay, so here as you can see we have address over here. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to break this mapping. So now here for the personal information we have to map only first 4 elements. Okay, so for that here I will use a function and that is called slice. Okay, so here dot slice, and this slice is gonna to take 2 parameters. First is the starting index and second is the ending index. So here let's pass a starting index as a 0 and ending index as a 4. So now save it and let's come back here. So now as you can see our form have only 4 text box. Okay, so again we want to do the same. So for that here what we will do is we will copy the same thing. So let me copy here and paste it here again. And here the starting index is gonna to be 4 and here ending is gonna to be 8. So now save it and let's come back. Okay, so you can see we have a state here, city, state, country, but we don't have pin. That means we have to pass here 9. Okay, so come back again and here as you can see we have pin number as well here. Okay guys, so now what we have to do is here we are getting some alignment issue. So for that let's close this grid here itself. So grid. Okay, and now here we have to create another one grid and let's print outside of this grid here. Okay, so now let's come back. So here as you can see everything has been fixed. So first grid, that is the container, gonna to be responsible for printing all this, and second grid container is gonna to be responsible for printing all the remainings. Okay, so suppose you have only 2 sections, so here you can pass the length as well. So input form elements dot length, but here I have given as a 9. So one more thing here, that this slice function is not gonna to include this 4 here. Okay, so basically in between it is gonna to cover 0 to 3. So here it is gonna to cover 4 to 8 only. Okay, so now here we want a extra button, and that is called reset, and we don't want submit to take whole width. So for that, here let's come back and let's close this grid container here itself. So here grid, and let's create a container again below this, and we want to take the whole width, and here I will define this property and I will remove this here the full width. So now save it and let's come back. So here as you can see, this came into the middle, but we want this one to be on right side. So here I will assign one property that is called align, and here right. Okay, so now we will get our button on right side. So we want another one button, so let's copy this and paste it here itself, and here type we will pass as a reset, and we don't want to be a content, we want only outline. Okay, so here outline, and here reset should be text over there. Save it and let's come back. So here as you can see, we have this form and both are collapse in each other. So let's add some margin. So here to this button I will write one a style, so a style, and here I will call it as margin. This variable doesn't exist, so let's create this variable at the top here. So const and margin, and here I will assign margin, and from the top and down I don't want any margin, so 0 pixel, and from the side I want 5 pixel, left and right. So now save it and let's come back here. So now as you can see, I have little bit space here. So now let me fill this form, and here click on this reset, so form got reset. Okay, and here let me fill again, and by clicking on the submit, our form got submitted. Okay, so here what we are doing is we have created a JSON structure, and basically we have defined all the property of the text box. Okay, and here we are looping through that object of the JSON, and here we are getting slice, means how much element we want to render in first section, and here we are returning our grid. Okay, so now here we have added our extra title, means the second section. So for that, here we are doing the same thing. Okay, and below this here we took another one container, and inside this container we have this grid. Okay, and here we are managing two buttons, one for the reset and another one for submit, and here I have added some margin as well. So what if I don't like this variant of the text field? Okay, suppose I want to change here outline to a standard. So for that, here we have to come here to our JSON, and we have to modify this variant property outline to a standard. So let's do this as standard. Okay, so now save it and let's come back, and here as you can see we have this a standard right now. Okay guys, so this is how you can modify it. Okay guys, so in this video we have seen how to generate dynamic form using JSON. Okay, so you can get the download link of this code in description of this video. If you like this content, do like, share and subscribe. See you in next video. Thanks for watching.